Did you know that there are 18 different mouse cursors in Microsoft Excel? Hello and welcome to Ben Academy. In this video, I want to show you the differences of different mouse cursors in Microsoft Excel. You should know them because in some cases you will face with different cursors and you don't know what's the application of each type of mouse cursors. There are three common mouse cursors that are also available in other programs in Microsoft Windows. But there are 6 special mouse cursors in Microsoft Excel with specific shapes that are specialized and that are designed specially for Microsoft Excel. And also there are 9 more hidden cursors that are mainly not counted as standard and official mouse cursors in Excel. But in this video, I want to also introduce them to you. So let's go directly to the file. First cursor that is common in all the programs in Windows is standard cursor. As you can see, this type of cursor is visible in every kind of program, and generally in the Windows you can see it everywhere. So its name is standard cursor. The second one that is also common in different programs is I-beam cursor. When you are trying to write something in a field like this in formula bar, or if you double click on a cell and wanted to write something, you will see I shape like this. This I means that you are writing something. It's also common in different programs in Microsoft Office, and you can see this in other programs of Office and other programs everywhere. The third one that is also common in all the programs, in many of the programs in Windows, it's move cursor. You can see here when 4 arrows in 4 directions, top, bottom, left and right is visible, it means that you can move the item. In this program in Microsoft Excel, you can move the cell. Suppose it includes something, a text. If you move the cursor on the borders, in all borders on 4 edges, not the corners. In some corners it's different, but in all edges you can see move cursor, and by clicking and dragging you will see that this cell is moved. These 3 items are common in different softwares, but the next 6 items are specially available in Excel. The first item among these 6 special cursor items in Excel is box cross cursor, and you can see it here. It's a cross sign that is filled by white color, and it's like a box, so that's why it's named as box cross in Excel. With this cursor you can select the cells. You can drag while you are selecting to select different cells in a table. So this is the first item that is specialized, designed for Excel. And if you select some cells in the edges, again you can see the move cursor. So even if you haven't selected everywhere, you can see move cursor around the cell. And if your selection area is bigger, you can also again see around the selection area, not around the cells inside the selected area. So so far I introduced 4 items totally. And the number 5 is fill handle. The cross sign that is black and it's a bit thinner than box cross is fill handle, and you can see it in the right bottom corner of the cell. Its name is fill handle because it fills the cells. According to the pattern available in the cells, you can fill the cells using the fill handle like this. Actually here there is no pattern, so using fill handle, you are copying the first item to the next cells. But if there is a pattern like this, you can see by selecting and then dragging downward, the same pattern is used to filling the rest of cells that you are dragging. It's valid for every kind of data, every kind of value that you want to write. If it's a date or it's weekday, suppose write a weekday like Monday, and if you drag it downward you will see that the other days of the week are written automatically using fill handle. So its name is fill handle because it can fill. And the next item that is specially used in Excel with this specific shape is resize the column. As you can see, when you move the cursor between the number of columns, this shape for most cursor is visible, and by clicking and dragging you can expand, or in a reverse direction you can reduce the size of the column like this. The next item is also similar to this item, that is resize the row. Its shape is a bit different because this cursor wants to resize the column, and this one wants to resize the rows. Similarly, you can expand the rows with a bigger height, or reduce the height of the rows. The last two items are selecting the columns and selecting the row. With this cursor, you can select a column simply instead of selecting the cells one by one, and you cannot select whole cells in column F because Excel has no end, and you can't select all of them using the box cross. So if you want to do something and change the format for all the cells in column, you should select the column like this. So select column cursor is the next cursor in Excel, and select row cursor is the last item, and you can see it in a rotated shape to select the rows. So you can do everything you want for a row, for all the cells in that row. Suppose you want to change the color of the cells, and you can see that it's applied for all the cells until the end of the file. Actually, there is no end, but if you go right side, you can see that it's still colored with the same color you specified. So it's also useful in some cases to select a row, and you can also select some rows by clicking and dragging, and also for columns you can select a column or click and drag to select some columns. And let's say you another trick for resizing. When you double click in a boundary between two columns like this, you can see that the column width will be adjusted according to the longest value in the cells of that column. And here you can see that the values are a bit smaller than values in column I, in column E. So if you double click here, you can see that the width of the column E is reduced to fit the lines around the values exactly. In here, there are only numbers with 2 digits, so the size will be less than the others. For the rows, you can also do this, and here, here you can see that the height is bigger than the others. If you double click here, you can see that it's reduced. The height is again reduced to the original value it had before. The last 9 mouse cursors are also common in other softwares, in other programs in Microsoft Windows, but I will explain them because they are also available in Microsoft Excel and you should know them. Suppose you want to insert a shape like this. The first mouse cursor that I want to introduce is this plus sign for inserting a shape. So it's insert shape cursor, and you can draw a shape like this with this mouse cursor. The second one is resizing the shapes. You can see here it can be used to resize in vertical direction, and third one is resizing in horizontal direction. It's similar. Fourth one is resizing in diagonal direction like this, and the fifth one is the big plus sign with big plus cursor that you can see while you are resizing the shape. So 5 different cursors are available for resizing and reshaping the shapes. It can be also used for image. If you insert a picture like this, you can also use the same items I told you for resizing. And the other item is also related to shape. The 6th mouse cursor is for rotating the shapes. You can see the rotating cursor like this, or for an image you can see this rotating cursor. The next mouse cursor is also available, that is this shape. you can see it's 4 arrows, 4 rotating arrows like this. So until now, I introduced 7 more mouse cursors that are also common in other softwares in Microsoft Windows. The 8th item in this category is related to links. If you have a hyperlink for internal, as an internal link, or a link to a website, you can also write a website address like this and produce a link. When you point the cursor on this cell, you can see a hand like this to click and go to the link. So the 8th item is this. And the last item among the additional 9 mouse cursors is a blocking or blocked cursor. It's used when you want to do something that is forbidden or it's blocked. Suppose you want to move this shape to an area of Excel that is forbidden. For example, if you want to move it to this area or to the taskbar of the Windows or the sides of the Microsoft Excel, it's forbidden, and this mouse cursor is shown to you. Or if you want to move a sheet and drag it to a forbidden area, it's also the same with different color. I didn't count it as a mouse cursor. It's actually the same with different color. So these are all 18 mouse cursors in Excel, and I hope this video was useful for you. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to support this channel with your comments and with your like and subscribes. And if you have any question regarding these options that I introduced you and other options of Microsoft Excel, don't hesitate to write and leave a comment on this video and other videos. See you and bye.